I'm in the next series, yeah. Okay, this is the Japanese broadcast, but it's okay. Apparently something happened on round 42. Let's see. I hope I didn't get baited. I gotta move my camera. Fuck. Hold on.
本命は C サイトノンシム。これでアイビーが抑えたことによって、これでアイビーが抑えたことによって A によるしかない。
This is 41. I know.
2-1-2の配置。C 再び前に出る判断になりました。ワンウェイスモークからマウンドを取り切ります。そして瓦礫を取りに行ってるのは RRQ。パラノイア2人には入ったか。モネットは食らっていない。抑えたペルシア。決めたか。
Tens?
決定打となったか。
Tens?
まだ生きてる。
Tens? Oh no.
上に行く。そこを抑えたのジェムキン。ただ後ろのフランスがまだ待っている。ジェムキン
I mean, what could have possibly happened? He gets close to winning the clutch?
いや体力級。
It's over. Why did I watch this? It wasn't even crazy. I mean, the match score is crazy. Don't get me. Son of a bitch. I've been baited. I should have watched the winning moment at least. I rage quit though. Whatever.
Well, or more well put together, like less of a risk. Whereas
that was round 41.
Oh, sorry. For MIBR, I think
he said round 42.
Again, like, they have the potential.
They said round 42, guys.
Definitely steps up in their
I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it.
Like Cortezio or like
Cortezio, Shenum, like any one of them.
They just said that to tell you the score. Oh, he didn't want me to check the VOD. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, it's truthfully a consistency thing.
Anyway,
right?
it's fine.
Because with MIBR, we saw one really sort of dreadful debut.
That was a crazy game, though.
Didn't step up to the level, and the next game was much better. But at face value, if I'm gonna have to bet on one team, I'm gonna go with an EG where I have more belief in what I saw out of Ye and Icy the other day than what I saw from the new guys from MIBR.
Now, John. Yeah, and
this could be a good watch.
Though on what we might be seeing here, right, in these maps and also these compositions.
Big A, welcome on back. What's up? Yo, I'm good, man. You're looking good too. Yo, so just to get into it right away, man. Look, as SN fans, I feel like you as SN leader, I'm tired of slow map ones, John. What's going on, bro? What's up with that?
Bro, I got there for the script, man.
Wait, the map who went 42 rounds was an hour 38, and the first map went 26 rounds was an hour 13. The fuck?
They just gave me the script. I'm like, damn, all right, let's go.
This is how it is. Yeah, okay.
I'm doing that for the viewers, bro.
Okay, I get it, right? You make sure to build the tension, 11-13, both games, and then finally we close it out. Okay. I respect it. That's
I don't think
fine.
we're gonna have time to watch this right now.
Realistically, though, to on an actual game perspective, talk me through that day.
I feel like we're definitely true on Lotus for sure.
I'm gonna skip a little bit.
Eco's in there.
What's this about? John has no ice.
You know, you just came from tier 2, right? You know, back to your rookie season. You were like,
check round 25. Bro. Clip it. Can you clip it?
Like, I actually don't have shit on me. I'm broken, all that. Where's your ice now, John?
God damn it.
Chegou a hora de dar boas-vindas ao primeiro time do dia. Façam muito barulho para o MIBR!
Big opportunity here for MIBR. Shut down EG, move on in this competition. One step closer to making it to Masters Bangkok, but doesn't feel like the momentum coming into this one is on their side, despite the fact that they had a
That's not at home, Texas. I think that's at Riot.
Yeah, and I think overall for MIBR, when you're looking at this roster, even Aspas being very vocal about it going into the season, it's, hey, it's a work in progress. We're still learning each other. We're still
I see a dad and a son, W dad.
Around working these maps against our opponents. So I feel that there's a lot of focus on themselves more than their opponents. Yeah. And I'm hoping to see that build up here. That has built up in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Who's winning here? Yeah, let's do predictions. What do I think? How do my pick'ems look? They don't look good. It's okay.
And now it's time to bring out their
who's winning here? I think this is two dark horses versus each other. And I still lean EG. I still lean towards EG, even though MIBR could have a second gear that we haven't seen.
People know, hey, I am the real deal. I time here to frag
But
out.
based
I am
off
here
of
to
what we have
help this
seen,
team push past our opponents in a way that probably wasn't set
hold
up
on,
to
hold
before,
on,
right?
hold
Now
on.
he
I'm actually
might
having
feel a
second
little bit more
thoughts.
emboldened this time.
Yeah, again, the way he's been fighting with
I might make a
Ye
bold
has been
prediction
really,
here.
really strong, but there's an Ospas.
I
on
want
the other
EG to
side.
win.
If there's ever
However,
a challenge
I think this
for
is
a
going to
younger
be
player,
2-1
for any
MIBR.
player in Valorant, it's facing
I
up
want
against
EG to
the
win
best.
because
It's been a
I think it would
tough
just be
one
more
for
fun
sure.
to
Emily,
follow
you
them,
got
even though
two
Ashpass is the
challenges
GOAT.
across the board, both teams bringing a lot of
But I think MIBR
firepower
wins
to the
2-1.
table here. You know, where do you see the difference kind of playing out? We've really honed in on the individuals, but you know, we talked
What's up,
about them
Bex?
playing together, needing to play together,
Spectral.
focus on themselves.
All the mods.
What is your major
Welcome.
takeaway here as we get ready for these maps to be shown?
Texas.
Well, like I said, they shine best with the fundamentals, with the basics, and
Abyss. We haven't seen Abyss in a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
It's almost you guys.
DCT walkout music fell off.
Yeah.
Some of the teams have good ones,
So we're
but
getting Abyss here.
Almost watch VODs and study the game.
Yeah. All right. Well, what should we be expecting with Abyss here?
I think on defense, we'll definitely be seeing Icy and Ye taking that A main
Demon
phase
1G.
pretty
Is this when he died
often.
in the
I think on their attack, same thing.
Brim
They're
Molly
going to
with
be
the
going in
Keith Heaven?
together.
Probably, yeah.
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 We don't have to watch it
I
again.
think
It's
a
gonna
lot
go.
of it, we were
I
showing
was
in
kind of
the
being pretty
demonstration
harsh on
about,
Demon
like,
1
the
yesterday, no?
jumps that EG were
I have to
going
lay
for
off the
A
gas.
main. So
That's my
MIBR
goat still.
know that is something they're going to be
Still
facing
my
up against.
goat.
Yeah, battling for that A main control on their attacking side will be very important. But truthfully, when I look at this whole map pool, I see two
W clip
very
farming? I don't think
dominated
Okay,
maps,
I need
and
to.
that
Okay,
only-
all these streamers do this thing where like they have their communities clip things from them, and if the clip gets a lot of views, they get paid. I don't know if that's the thing to do because it sounds kind of weird. I'd rather just have a few more clippers, but I need to start getting into this clipping community shit where we just clip fucking anything that's. I feel like we have a lot of moments on the stream that are funny if you clip it up properly. I need to figure out that. Should I do a clipping competition or should I just hire more clippers? I guess cost efficient, it would be better to do a clipping competition because then you get more. But I like the idea of having like 2 or 3 more people that are just doing it. But I just don't know how reliable that can be.
Very, very well, and you saw him in these clutches.
I guess that's more
what he
reliable.
was able to provide as his Astra. Nothing changes here for EG either, so both of them going for this jet battle, getting easier jumps, for example, than a chamber
It's just
jump.
free labor. What's
but
free labor?
This
Like
is gonna be op heavy.
people already do clips for you.
All right, folks, it's now
Yeah, but I
time
think we're
for
missing
map
moments
number
though.
1. Finally,
I think there's funny
the
shit.
yapping is
Like I
done.
feel like
So
during
let's go ahead and
Liar's
send it
Bar
over
and
to your
Chained
cast.
Together,
The
we had
tag
so many
team
funny
duo
moments
looking to go for the gold. It's Duggan, baby, babe.
that will never get clipped.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. I think one of the privileges of getting to Cast Americas week over week is you have
Maybe
the
we
opportunity
hear
to
me
watch
out. We do a
story
clipping competition and I
over
hire the
weeks,
winners.
over months, over years, and really see a career develop. And I think this map is the perfect punctuation point for Ye and Aspas, the legacies that they've had and the legacies they'll have the opportunity to continue
Did
to
someone
build
say
today.
that?
Yeah, 2022 was such a big year for Valorant in
Preds
general
closing
because
before
of
round 1
those two
starts.
that you just mentioned.
Thank you guys.
The head-to-head duels we saw them have, they really
I
cemented
don't clip
themselves in
farm.
Valorant
I don't clip
history.
farm.
And now
I
our
wouldn't
new
know
teams
how to
are
clip
looking
farm.
to write a new story.
I'm naturally
Perfect
a clip.
opportunity to pen that
It's by my
chapter. It's time for the
existence for fucking
Samsung
clip.
match
I'm
start.
not saying I'm gonna
Load
clip
fast
farm or
with
anything
Samsung
like that.
SSDs. The first map
I'm just saying
of
there's
this
funny
best of
moments
three
that we
will be
miss.
this. EG on the attacking
All right,
side.
here we go.
Last
We're
time we
live.
saw them
I'm
dance
just saying there's funny
on
moments
this
we missed
stage
that
was
I
a
think
13-7
should be
against
clipped.
Furia, and they
that
didn't
don't
have to
get
show
clipped.
Tundra.
I'm not saying
And I think it was
I intend
very
on clip
smart of
farming at
Potter
all.
to choose
I
the
don't
attacking
really
side
think I
as
do,
well,
but maybe I
because
do. I don't fucking know.
MIBR's defense the last time
Well, I don't
around against
intend on
Cloud9, it was abysmal.
doing it.
They
Like
almost
with
let Cloud9
intention.
back into the
Anyway,
game
enough.
after being up 10-2 or 9-3. Something of the
MIBR
sort.
EG elimination match. Is this
Very,
quality?
very
Why is the quality dog
slow
shit?
approach from
I'm just
EG, just doing
complaining.
a default across
Already?
the map right now. Aspas.
Wait, what the fuck? The quality is actually
But
just
he's just
terrible
holding
though.
the line at-
Seriously. This looks like
He's
so
just holding the
pixelated.
line at B.
You know, Icy's another duelist that the Des talked about a little bit, but often maybe gets overshadowed or forgotten about given the names that are playing
Check
in
the
the
YouTube
server
vibes?
today. But
Maybe.
Icy's a guy who's been
Yeah,
around a bit.
maybe
Remember,
YouTube's
he
better?
was on that secondary roster for EG. He was part of building that. And yes, he didn't have the same performance on G2 last year, but
Let's lock it on the match.
this is another guy who's looking to make a statement. And what a hell of a place to be able to do that. Then up against Aspas here.
Oh, I like this cage.
Aspas is going to have to go huge here in this smoke,
Wait.
but it's actually Nazar that does it. And Icy, the man that you mentioned with the quick flick
Wow,
and the quick 3K.
Icy.
You talk about answering the call at just the right moment.
I like what the plan was for MIBR, but the
He's
split
looked
fucked
so
them.
good. Almost reinvigorated. I mean, the confidence that you get after playing with a G2 and
Like
all
they
that
set up the
stage
cage for
experience that he was
Aspas
able to get.
to dodge the Sova dart. But it looks
Now
like a
you see
one-way,
why
but he's
on
sitting in
this EG
there.
roster. Now you see what Potter sees in him.
Molly kill.
Derek will fall. He was a little weak.
Wait.
But not around for much longer. Ye will
2v2.
join him. It's 4v2. It's
They've
quickly
got smoke for
equalized.
bomb. They have no
Remember,
util
IC's
for
very weak.
post.
Superman is as well.
Too high.
Oh, the bullets are just barely dancing around his head. Artsine taking a little bit of damage.
He halved it and got off. Oh.
Artsine can hold this.
IC saved them. Holy fuck, you could have had that very easily. Wow. Scary round.
What a fashion to start
Thank you for the
off this
resub.
series.
Unhappy Chief, thank you guys.
You would think that it would be
Is loser
Osboss
bracket?
that
Yes.
was getting the 4K, but it's IC.
Is
to
YouTube better
answer.
or no?
Right, you tell me a jet pops off in the pistol in this matchup. The first name I go with is not IC.
And this is such a good map for Osboss as well on the defensive side.
Nice, IC. Let's go.
Nice.
Osboss, he can really get
I'm not
going
gonna
with
do
that
this like
operator once he
complaining
gets
thing
it
the whole day,
online.
hopefully. But I feel like
EG, they're
yesterday
the
we
ones that are
didn't
setting
get
the
to
tone,
like as many
making
player
sure
reactions
that
as
he
we
can't
normally
get it
do.
right away.
It's been 867 days since what? Ye and Ashpass have faced? Is that what that stat said? I only saw it for a second.
Now you're seeing why EG approached the pistol round so methodically.
Damn, 867 days since the two goats have seen each other?
Plays like
Oh.
that, and wow, that's the head-to-head.
It's about time to bring up that stat, my bad.
Osboss already besting Ye.
What do EG do on the other
That
side
was
of
bad
this? They've
timing.
lost their controller. They still have Superman to play around, but the Astra Stars offer a little bit more as far as what's
I'm not gonna
available.
complain
So
complaints. Can you guys just be nice to me, please?
And a
I'm
lot of
begging you,
space
bro.
taken mid. Our team's got to be careful, yeah. Nazar's going to fall too. If you're EG here, you're just wanting to carry over as many rifles as you can.
3v3, they
and
get
that's
Nico or-
certainly going to hurt.
Oh
this
my
is getting
God.
messy, much messier than it ever should have been.
They heard him. I think they heard Derek. I think he made a step.
All of a sudden, a 3v2. Nature still got a rifle in hand.
Timing.
Things have been upgraded.
Timing!
Looking the right way.
1v1 Nature.
And it's all gonna fall into 1v1.
Nature versus Aspas.
The leader on
Damn,
the
this
side
game
of
is
EG
already fucking cooking.
against the household name of Aspas.
That crosshair style 1 CSGO. Who knows about that?
Concealed. No,
That's the
really, no,
OG
he is
style
now
one.
Leg spotted. A little bit of damage dealt on the
He has
swing.
bomb. He can get past that
Not much found
wall.
now. A little over
But I
20
guess
seconds
Nature
left.
knows
should
when
be
he
able to get
passes the
spike
wall,
down.
so it's actually helpful.
And a weapon upgraded for the duelist.
Wait, he put a blind on the
Such an
floor?
early
You can
round
do
to go
that?
down into a situation
Truthfully,
like
I
this,
haven't
and
played any
Vandal
Vice,
against the
so I wouldn't
Bulldog
know.
Nature,
But
creeping his way
Nature is
forward
probably
and
the
looking
best
for
Vice
any
on
swing, any
Abyss. I'll say
challenge
it.
From the GOAT.
Uh-oh.
First
Uh-oh.
bullet just whizzing by his ear. Nature having
Did
to take a
Aspas hear
step
him?
back, giving up
Half
some of the
it?
space.
You won't half it.
And that's now Aspas on the tap. A shoulder thrown. He's gotten it to half. And he's staying alive. Another massive
Honestly,
situation
nice
from
shot
EG,
and
yes,
NT to
that was way messier
Aspas.
than it ever should have been. But that's now two 1v1s going their way.
Damn,
And it got messy
son.
because of
Is
that
that one
opener
tap? It was
from
like 2 bullets,
Osboss
right? Was it
onto
one
Ye.
tap?
That's the matchup that we were hyping up already. What a shot to hit. What a pace already from MIBR. But Nature.
So I don't know
showing
enough
full
about this
disrespect. I mean,
MIBR
he
team.
re-peaked Osboss so many times trying to prevent
We're
him
still
from getting a
learning,
rifle in the first place.
but I wanna
And to
watch out for this
one-tap him
Corteza guy.
in that fashion.
Because
That shows the
supposedly he has
disrespect
like a
and confidence
70%
that this
headshot
EG
percentage.
team are showing MIBR right now.
They're going to need that in droves because they don't have the artillery that they normally would in this round. It was a Pyrrhic victory.
What is this, an outlaw?
Yeah, they only have
Yeah.
one rifle for Icy.
Half buy or a bonus for EG.
Superman getting deposited all the way up in mid here. This drone gets broken very early on, so maybe Superman can get the jump on one of these defenders like he did in the previous
Turn the
round.
stream volume up. Is it low,
Aspas is on
chat?
an island here.
Yeah, but he's on
I can
an
turn it
island
up
with
if
an
I need
outlaw.
to.
That weapon is so terrifying in this man's hands.
And he's got dash. Got a couple of ways to get
Fine,
out. I
okay.
think again, EG are showing a lot of interest in exploring the middle of the map.
They broke trip and they leave or no?
Yeah, it's
Icy's going for a kill.
mid-centric so far for this
Oh,
EG roster.
good damage.
Icy.
Nazar feeling pressure.
Icy's
Aspas
one
has to
shot.
take a
Oh, he
step
heard
back,
him.
realizing the threat is afoot.
Oh!
And it's not too far off. Big
Caught
kill
him
out from
right
Superman
before he
early
slipped
on,
the
who has been
corner.
the source of criticism
Nice shot.
a couple of times here, but the counter. Icy now
Nice
down.
shot.
And MIBR
Good
looking
spam.
to gain
Nice
traction
shot.
in this
Nice
round,
kill.
and it seems like they're
Wow.
going to succeed. Derek, the last one standing in a 1v3.
He already has Silva ult, by the way.
He's got a
He does
spike
have
in
bomb as
hand.
well. He made noise. He's getting the Vandals.
That's a lot of noise made. You're gonna know where
Oh,
you are
fuck.
now. Finds one.
Not a bad
The trades
bonus.
come through. MIPR are on the board.
Yeah, good trades, but a lot of damage done by EG.
Yeah, good
into this
spectator.
round.
Observer's cooking,
It's gonna
yeah.
be a
Is that
scrappy
Prius?
buy up here for MIBR.
I know we give Pierce a lot of shit,
I mean,
but I think he's the best
Ospas
observer
sitting
out
at
there.
3,100. He's gonna have to reinvest in an outlaw or have somebody.
When he's not eating while he
transfer him one of those
observes. Sometimes he has a
rifles.
burger in his hand while he's observing. If he's not eating and he's actually observing, he's really good. But sometimes, no joke, he has one hand burger, one hand observing. It pisses me off when he does that.
And yeah, it's limited. We don't have that much.
He doesn't take it seriously, bro, because he knows he's a
how he's
GOAT.
gonna be looking, but getting an impactful frag like that, that's a good start for this young lad.
Yeah, he is staggered out of the gates.
Is this a pause?
But
Tech.
at least early on, seems to be finding his
Unlucky.
footing as we do have a bit of a tech pause on the stage.
Hey, we're keeping the
and
streak going again.
I do think that for EG to be at their best, I think all of the pieces
got you
need
guys.
to come
Hold on.
together. This
I have
isn't
to
a
sign in
roster
here.
that's built in such a way where you have one star that can go nuts and the rest of them just kind of perform and it's enough. Everyone needs to be clicking, and I think for EG, again, Superman has been a part of that conversation, but that's a great start for him so far.
And the stats are indicative of that as well. If you look at the stats from every single match that EG has played, it's always been like very close. Sometimes Icy is kind of leaning a little bit apart, but barely, by like 5 kills maybe. So yeah, it is always a team effort from the side of EG. It was like that last year. It's like that this year. And it's just how Potter
Turn
likes
them
to
off?
coach.
Okay.
It's a
I'm just
good
gonna
system
thank you,
that they have
Dexterity.
going
I'm just
on
gonna sign in so I
for
can turn them
everybody
back
to shine and have their specific moments. I mean, on the other end with MIBR, we had a monstrous
that way,
performance
also, I
from
need to do
Shenum
something anyway.
last time around. One that even Nazwar and Ospas were just ecstatic by.
Thank you guys for the subs.
I was in the
appreciate
post-match interview with
I'm turning
Ospas
off the
and-
auto
and
ads, so
Nazwar, and
only run.
They were like, yeah, we were so happy to see
On the
not
break.
only Shenum play well, Cortesia
On my own.
playing good, Artzine having his crazy Bucky moments.
Yeah, I think one of the things that stood out to me, I had the opportunity to talk with Potter and Fraud earlier today and kind of pick their brains. And the one thing that stuck out to me that I'd love to get your thoughts on, Dre, is MIBR and Fraud specifically. Potter agreed, but they were very intentional about talking about the chemistry and the camaraderie that's built on a team and just how valuable that is. You can have 5 shooters, but ideally, you're building a core, right? And that's the core that you're sticking with. And yeah, you can maybe move things around, but again, to quote Fraud, one of the things he said was, you want to avoid roster
Did you ever let
changes
Shroud know
if
about
at
your
all
ventures? Yeah, he found
possible,
out.
because the
I told
grass
him
is
that he
not
should watch it
always
on
greener.
stream.
And I think for MIBR,
So I think
they
at some
have
point
this
Shroud will check the bot and
interesting,
see
like,
what I
amalgam
cooked
of,
last
you've got
night
Aspas
on his
who's-
account. That was kind of
Aspas,
funny. I'm
right?
not
The
gonna
GOAT
lie.
speaks
That
for
was kind of
itself.
funny.
You've got Nazar, who has found success in a couple of different teams, but then you're piecemealing everything else. And for as good as they may be, this is a new project that they're trying to have to figure out.
Dude, Myth was crashing out on me. I didn't know
I
he
think it's very
helped so
smart
much.
to go for new talent like Shenum, like Cortesia, who have a lot of promise and already who have surpassed expectations, I would say. Yeah, their
Bro was
first
trying
match
to
was
cook my
extremely
shit. I got
shaky,
scared for a
but
second.
synergy,
He was about to pull up
it's
on
not
me.
built
He knows how to
instantly.
fight
I mean,
too.
Rome wasn't built in a day, right?
He's
So
trained.
you have
He's
to work
trained.
slowly by slowly,
He's
and
trained
being able
killer.
to identify that, it just makes it easier for those newer pieces to come together and not feel so pressured that they have to step up.
We should invite
play
Myth
to the
over. I
level
mean, I
of-
feel like I have to invite him
like
over. He might
Ospas.
actually pull up on my
And I
shit.
do think that's part of the challenge that every team has to solve in the offseason. Who want to go
I have to
roster
fucking break
changes
bread with him.
How quickly can you make those 5 individual pieces one piece, right? And for MIBR, that's something they're having to figure out.
Myth's
EG
watch
to a
parties,
similar
I
degree.
think Myth was the OG
And especially with the way that
GOAT
the
for watch
format
parties,
is
to
in
be fair.
VCT,
I don't know.
especially
Like,
kickoff.
okay,
I mean,
I don't
you
know
can go
how
O2
the
barbecue
people
and
that
you're
watch
done.
parties
So,
back then
trying to prolong
stopped
this
watch
tournament
partying
as
or
long
what
as
they
you can
did.
for
I didn't
MIBR.
even
I'm sure
intend to
that's one
watch
of their
party
major
and like
goals.
make
They
this a
want
thing.
to live
I
to
was just
fight
doing it for
another
fun.
day, get more of that synergy
And then it
flowing within
became
the
a
team.
thing. Like,
And that
I
is
was
what's
not
at
thinking
stake
anything
here.
of
You're
it.
right. This is an elimination match. All you're doing is trying to live to fight another day.
Icy can't live there.
So, I don't know. I'm not sure how this
That's a
timeline
great
worked out,
start out from
but
Sentinel.
I mean, I guess I'm happy to be here. It's fun. I
Seems
do
like they're
enjoy
still
it.
trying to commit on getting a spike
think
down. Nature will succeed.
Since I used to do this, it makes it more fun to watch, but yeah.
Poised to flood out as quickly
I
as
do
they
enjoy
can.
it, but sometimes
And
it
so now
definitely
with
is a
the Cosmic
lot. It's
Divide,
too
you have
much.
to figure out if you're going to try to fight in front of the wall or play back. They've got a couple of members on the other side of things. Derek's going to get flushed out
This
of
is
that
Astral
corner.
from Defenders.
Good
Team
bit
kill.
of damage done. A
Back
little
W.
friendly fire.
2 for 1.
But now Ye and Superman left in this
is
2v4.
tough.
And again,
Oh.
position concealed
Oh.
now, given
Above.
away. He's found one. 2 more to be
Oh.
claimed. He's gotten it down to the hardest part. He's going to try to TP away.
Holy fuck!
Oh, just barely finds the timing to get out by the skin of his teeth, and now repositions. Doesn't
Oh!
know where he is. Position now given away on the
Oh!
Another Red Bull
Gotta close my
clutch
door.
for
Holy
Evil
fuck, they just
Geniuses, and who
2v5'd
else
them.
but Superman to answer the call.
Somebody check his PC, man. There's no way that's legal. What a clutch from Superman. All headshots, all one-taps. He had a Guardian to his name. Such an impactful round to win for his team. And this is something that I've had the pleasure of watching firsthand when he's sitting right next to me when he was on phase.
That was insane.
And I was waiting for the moment.
That was so insane. They're playing in front of the Astro Wall in the same spot.
Look at how calm and composed he is.
Wait, I always just saw the replay. Was that 2v4 or 5? I think that's 4. That was wild, man. What a good Omen ult. What a good ult. I thought about it too as I was watching, but he actually did it.
EG further the lead with that round win, with that monstrous clutch from Superman.
The 3 rounds that EG
Wait,
have
Shanks'
won
brother?
have been heroics.
Yeah.
You talk about IC's 4K. Now back
It's
to
Superman,
back
right?
Superman.
No, it's Poise. Why did someone say that in chat? You fucking bitch. God damn it, it's Poised. Oh god, they're gonna try to cancel me. They're gonna try to cancel me.
To invest into
Stop, brother. Someone in chat said it and confused me, okay? I have fucking bad memory. It's the fucking truth. How can I make my memory better?
Really only takes 2 body shots of the knives. Can be very easy to rack up some kills, get some momentum in your own favor.
It's not fucking clip farming, man.
Not that he needs it. I mean, he already started off hot.
They're gonna try to find a timing on the other side of this dart. Look at how far up down mid he is.
Yeah, but look at who picked up the gap.
W Tyler.
The other end.
W
Oh
Tyler.
my gosh, the timing.
Tried picking up the gap and
I need to
picking up his
focus on
feet.
that,
Now he's
man.
in the next
I'm
round.
getting carried away here.
Meanwhile, the paranoia out towards B. They're gonna dash out onto the site.
30 seconds left.
And they've got room to work with.
It's
No
too.
ults on
There's
the
too many
side of
distractions.
MIBR.
Like, the chat is too active. I need to focus.
MIBR almost did it last time around.
But this time, Icy's got his blade.
Dude, Icy's fucking. What's wrong with this guy lately? Why are you,
left,
bro?
swinging out,
What is
maybe
Icy doing
a
lately?
little
He used to be the
more
most
than he
passive
bargained
player in the
for.
world. Now he's running at them on
And
eco.
MIBR, again, as has been the case every single
4v2.
round, they start to claw their way back in.
Oh my god, he's on the bomb.
Again.
They're sticking it. They have to.
They have it. He
He's
has
gonna
it.
stick it.
Unless.
He's not going to get challenged. Is the spam going to connect? Not this time.
Wow, he defused it. Wait,
MIBR
what is
steal the
happening?
round away.
Why? EG are throwing. Oh my god, I
my
think Potter might
goodness.
legit have a heart attack
They
based off of what
finally
that just
done
happened
it.
there. No joke.
They almost anti-eco at the first place. But
Someone
it's Fall
is
once
in
again
big trouble.
first.
Someone
caught
is
with
in
utility
big
this
trouble. Because they just threw an eco round so
And
badly.
EG just getting smothered on the actual site.
Someone in big trouble, dude.
That all happens because of the risk that MIBR are willing to take on the anti-eco. EG, they default, they wait for it.
I
but the
prefer not
timing
to
that
speak.
MIBR aggresses, it's perfect.
They got scanned. You didn't break my dart? No, Aspas is done. You don't break
Believe that
Aspas's dart,
knife
you're also in
tagged
trouble.
Nature back in B main. So our team will not have that knife for a couple seconds. Dart invested from Nazor too.
What does that mean from someone in big trouble?
lot of
I
their
must
info
not speak.
gathering.
Yeah, Ye's had enough of getting caught.
Yeah, he's
He
going
wants
for
to be
one.
the peaker this time around.
I mean, Nazar's also
God.
just used his drone.
Oh, but another head-to-head won by Osboss. That's 2-0 right now, Doug.
Oh shit, who's keeping track? Not me. Oh yeah, Jose. It was the football coach, right?
Again,
if I
knowing
speak,
where
I'm in
Nature
big
is, he has
trouble.
not moved. He's been
Oh
here
yeah,
since the
oh
beginning of the
yeah.
round. The flash just barely
They're
not
the soccer
connecting.
coach.
Yeah, he's going to get walked on right here. Cortesia, like you said, understands he's there. But if you look at mid right now as well, a lot of space gathered.
This is, I mean, as much attention and distraction as Nature can cause.
He secured
this
the
works out
headshot,
quite
bro.
well.
He's
Yeah, he
keeping
pays for it
HSP
with
up.
his life. But again, you mentioned the mini-map. Although, that said,
Here comes the hit squad right here.
Dude, that eco is actually very bad for them.
I don't
Oh, he
know
saw
that
him.
they
There
were
he saw it. There he
expecting
saw
another one,
tip.
And now they have a really good idea. They
There
know
he's
that the
dead.
Sentinel's here. The spike is
How
now
did he
down
die?
back in B main.
I had to replay on that because he turned
And
on
now it's
Derek.
well out of reach. This round
Oh,
got out of
no.
hand very quickly. A flawless one as MIBR ties at 3.
Did you say soccer again? I unsub you, understand me? But I have to say soccer though. If I say
Cortesia
football,
wasn't
I
even
feel like
looking at Derek there. Derek saw his barrel
I could be talking about.
at the start of that. And Cortesia
You know,
just hits a 90-degree
football.
flick on him. Look at this. Boom! Derek knew the entire
I wanna see that
way
replay
through that
in
he was
slow
there.
motion, though.
Still gets sat down. That could be
I
a
wanna see how
factor
fast
playing
that
into your
was.
brain. Like, yo, I saw this guy there the entire time.
Big shot to connect.
All right, from now on, I'll call American
And look
football
at who's
hand
at the
egg,
top of the scoreboard
and
for
I'll call
MIBR.
soccer
It's the
football,
rookies.
just
The
to make
ones
it
that
like
impressed us the
easier.
most.
Hand egg and football.
In closing out that game against Cloud9, they're stepping up to the plate again here against EG. In a very, very early.
Not hand
timeout
bag,
here
bro. I said hand egg.
for Potter.
Oh my God, Potter's crashing out on them. She's like, so help me God, if I ever see two of you fucking push spawn on eco round again, so help me God, you see another fucking day on this fucking team. You little kids are gonna troll when I'm coaching? Enough is enough. Next round, we're going for an A split. I want you guys going balls to the wall. Don't fuck around no more. Otherwise, you're out with the fucking chickens in the back.
You get ecoed almost the first time. Then you actually get
I don't know what I
ecoed.
cooked at the end there.
And that can be very tilting for the mental of a team like EG. They need to stay calm, composed. They need to remember the game plan and not let things slip away for them.
Questions abound on what sort of changes will take place on the other side of this timeout. Again, tied 3-piece. There's been fireworks and there's been flash in almost every single round we've had. Other than what, the last one, the flawless round? And again, it felt like EG were a bit lost in the sauce, so to speak.
I'll say it. Europeans use XD sarcastically, and I hate it so much.
I think it's going to be a heavy B execute. Superman.
Oh, they concealed the flash off the recalled smoke. Aspa still gets the best of Icy.
That's 2 tags as well.
They're going in still?
From Nosware.
They're still going in.
Members on this EG roster.
This is 4v4. Where'd our team die? I didn't see it. This is just getting harder and harder to follow.
They haven't fully committed.
Oh my God, what's
Spike
happening?
is just now making its way towards B.
What do we have for util? We don't have any ults. No one has any ults.
Making MIBR have to play retake here. That drone's going to give a lot of info on where this post-plant positioning is.
And then remember, they're running a double controller comp, so they can obfuscate everything here. Make things so much more difficult, so much more labored for MIBR.
Yeah, but Ospas,
the Vice Wall post-plant?
Right now. Superman, he gets taken down very early on here.
2 of them are low as fuck, though.
Derek and Nature both weak. Aspas carefully making sure no stone goes unturned as Derek has 3 on the round.
Derek's playing that angle on the side.
Who's had a very slow start to this map.
You have to? No, he didn't. That was a perfect
suck. Did not
suck.
get half here.
Wait, Ye's spraying. What's happening?
The shot's not connecting.
My Ye doesn't spray.
That's one found. He has to step off of it. 8 bullets left. Now's
has to stick it. There he is. I think he heard me.
He'll get the Red Bull clutch for EG.
Another B
Come on, Diablo!
Another clutch
Show
for
him
EG.
you still got
if
it.
That's your win condition. You have the players to do so.
Right, if it
Who
works.
other than El Diablo?
If it works, it works, and that's been the case for them here.
3 big
labored,
plays so
but we'll
far
take
from
it.
EG at this
Messy,
B-site.
absolutely.
No wonder why they're leaning heavy towards there. And that was the call at the timeout.
It's a big one. I love like the
call of his own, trying to get aggressive, trying to disrupt.
I love the I can feel the camaraderie on EG, and I love that. I love it. I love the camaraderie because I can see it.
Secure the round, and now mid denial from MIBR. Ospa should have heard that TP.
Early knife may not going to tag anything, but Aspas will get the best of Supa.
That's just fucking crazy. Honestly, the Outlaw is so fucking good.
He's going to have to choose different pathing.
I don't know why I'm not just jet insta-lock Outlaw off the whole game fucking rank 1, dude. I should just abuse the meta, dude. Shorty, Judge, Outlaw. Shorty, Judge, Outlaw.
He's going hunting over here towards that A site.
And if the round continues the way it looks like it will, he will be right. The spike is towards A. The majority of EG's personnel is there too.
A, Icy's B.
Icy does get spotted by that
Sova
camera, but it's all
Wait, Aspas is re-aggressing, no dash?
Out from the side of MIBR.
Taking it back?
Supposed to be, but they're not moving.
Oh, he has dash back, and he got out.
Gets the best of Derek, dashing away, staying alive. Still 2 smokes to play around.
An annoying player, no? Was that an attacker smoke? Question mark?
A little bit more playing around.
Or was that a defender smoke they took back?
The defenses back towards A. A 5v3 and a difficult one at that for the attack.
Yeah, moving a little bit
that was an attacker smoke that was taken back.
No flashes now here.
I still need to get better at telling. I don't see red and blue that well.
The second one, where's the follow-up swing?
Oh, what a nice shot.
Was almost perfect.
1v3?
Aspas gets another. Now Icy left in 1v3. From a top perch
1v2, he's 15 seconds. He's gonna get pushed by. Where you going? Where you going, sweetheart? Sweetheart, plant the bomb!
He's gotta commit to getting a spike down now.
Oh god, we're trolling.
Now he's gonna have to kill both.
Plant's in the back. He's gonna push you. It's
just
over.
Gonna run at him here. Delay the spike plant. It's inevitable. Nosware will take out.
He dashed away. He didn't realize the time. He didn't realize the time. Everyone calm the fuck down, bro. He's on stage. The lights are bright. The stage is, the crowd is cheering. The casters are commentating. There's a lot going on, bro. He did not realize the time clearly. It could happen to anybody. It wouldn't happen to me, of course. But it could happen to anybody.
For the attacking side to bring it back.
And I think, again, it's worth repeating. The aggressive angle that he took was in the face of noise that was made from their duelists on the other side of the map.
Yeah,
I think delivered from Shrewd himself.
Jumped the gun a little bit too early.
Shrewd himself. Hand delivered, dude.
Just
Hand
a
delivered.
little bit longer.
Hand fucking
those
delivered,
rotations
dude.
actually full commit towards that B site.
Eco for EG here.
Yeah, and a lot of info gathered from MIBR.
Going back to their tried and true
Grapes
B.
are so good.
I mean, it has worked 3 rounds for them on this attack half.
It's just going to be much tougher to do that. I see the tip of the spear with
I think
the
he missed his
Guardian,
dash, but I don't know.
netting no success.
Yeah, they have to get out of here now. That defense is way too fortified. Yay, he is the deposit.
Recovering it.
A cut of sound, but the thing is for MIBR, especially after this neural theft is used, all that A main space was gathered. Ospas was in there the entire way through, by the way. And look at how deep he is. That flash was to get some info. Ospas nearly avoiding that. And Nature. Derek, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, you're not surviving.
What an angle.
My camera is destroyed.
MIBR know exactly where you are.
30 seconds left.
4 members towards B. This is a really good anti-eco.
This is probably as close to unwinnable of a round as I think we'll ever see.
It would take a miracle out of Superman right here.
Oh,
And he
yo,
gets the
Superman's been
first.
going crazy.
Gonna,
I mean, everyone has that
Lightning's gonna have to
moments.
strike there more than once.
Yeah.
Down B.
Artzine with 2.
And
Artzine
so
with 3rd.
MIBR will take the lead back
Big.
off the back of a
He's got
3K
KO
from
ult. I don't know if he
Artzine,
had
who's
it.
very quietly been putting together a significant map.
Yeah, he had one of the most rough debuts I've ever seen on KO, but he's definitely coming to B. And yeah, it's an eco, but you're getting confidence kills right here. Can help you further down the road.
Well, I mean, even in the face of confidence skills, and yeah, I think there's some validity to that, but also the map is just hella close
5-4.
right now. And so these are the types of maps where
Got
if you
Silva
don't convert
ults,
on an anti-eco,
Omen,
stuff
Astra,
gets sideways.
and KO.
So you've
What
got
are
to
they
be able to
doing?
navigate
4-1?
moments like that well.
A la
Astra's
EG,
going for a
if they
pick.
don't get anti-eco, this could easily be a 7-2.
Right.
Almost got caught. It's a
Darius
big
with ult
scan.
here.
Ready.
Superman 2, and now Nature has his. There's a lot behind this punch if they choose to deliver it.
Good delay right now from MIBR.
Yep.
That KO Molly thwarted the defense and that ultimate invested as well. Now Ospas, he has more room to play with.
MIBR have not taken any space elsewhere on the map, have not explored down mid, have not taken A main.
They're just cutting
And
noise
so in
now.
a lot of ways,
They're
this
gonna
cutting
rehit.
of noise is starving for info.
Nope. Nope.
They're fully standing onto this now. All 3 ults invested.
Big
Artsy,
go.
the first line of
Oh,
defense.
Omen ult's a backside.
Meanwhile,
I
Superman
didn't
had
see it.
fully committed to the TP. Taps on the spike, not fully.
Aspas
dropping
got
it
out.
quite yet.
3v4
hands,
retake,
Boss.
Astro Wall.
A retake.
This might be a bad re-aggression by
4
Icy
members of
again.
EG
He's making the
with the
same
sniper.
mistake twice right now. I'm not gonna lie. If he dies here, oof, Powder is not gonna be happy with you.
Time is slowly slipping away here.
Derek.
That's a big kill.
Okay,
trading
traded
back
at
and forth,
least.
But again, the numbers do not add up when you're at a deficit like this.
I think they should save the op.
Player
Yeah.
standing.
Superman just still
Now he's got
dropping
him.
players. I was so impressed that he committed that TP. But that set play from EG,
Yeah.
baiting out that utility, that was super smart.
Well, and the truth is, if Superman does not commit to that TP, our team probably gets another.
Huh?
Yeah.
What is that, 2-1
Yay.
or 3-1?
Finally taking out Ospas, upgrading to that operator as well. And that's something I have to mention. Yeah, yesterday we talked about how DG Zine is sitting at the top of the leaderboard, 26 op kills, I believe it was.
Right.
Nice shot, Heaven.
The follow-up was Ospas with 11. But you know who else is trailing closely behind? Icy has 10 operator kills. Ye has 9.
It's crazy to think that 2 of those are on the same team.
Triple tens.
And this is where we saw Ye get a lot
I
of
turn it
things
up a
working
little
for
bit.
EG with this attack side operator.
A donated
Sorry, chat, one
one at
sec.
that. Aspas has his too.
This is so sick. This
Might be
might
too
be
loud
the
now.
head-to-head. Ye's going to be holding that A main for the time being, but maybe when the rotation's set in the mid round, we'll see a duel.
They're walking up mid,
a
double
classic duel between the two.
It's just a smoke keeping them apart.
Yeah, this is the cool thing about running the double smoke composition from EG. You can use the double approach in mid, creep all the way forward, get real up close and personal, make it uncomfortable.
He hasn't even procced the dash. What a freak!
Wow.
He
Yeah.
just holds it.
I mean, I
remember
agree.
last time around,
It's good though. It's very well. Aspas is definitely like
so you're absolutely right.
so
the goal you
good.
have to hold that angle without.
I mean, I
popping
think it's
your
what
dash.
sets like the best jets from like the really
Fearless.
good jets.
He already got punished.
He's
from that
very
spot
like
before, but this might
particular
be the
about when he
duel.
pops dash.
What a weird off angle to hold as well.
He's bait setup. It's a really cool
Surely
bait
you don't
setup,
clear
no?
this.
If he stays down, but he's going back up, he's gonna get smoked.
Taking a step back.
You are divided.
Oh, it's an
Another
astral
freeze
wall
on the
actually.
round, another
Good
ultimate.
molly.
Yeah, this is all
And
just
suck.
to
35
get that spike
seconds.
planted potentially, but if you look at the weaponry right now,
He's gonna go
look
through.
from Artisan.
Yeah, the
Team
position
flash,
too.
nice.
Forget about just
Good
having the
flash
judge.
peek.
Aspas gets high
Nice
ground.
try.
Spike
You
down
got one.
A.
But he's instantly dropped.
Good hold in the lurk.
Superman slow
2v4
waltzes
post
into
plant.
this crosshair.
Spike planted.
They have
Spike
astral
now
wall. This
committed,
should be
and
pretty
again,
easy
their
for
number
MIBR. They just
steps
wall off the
free.
bomb
Yeah,
and
they're getting
win.
into these close win positions, but they're often crippled.
Nature's trying to go for an early kill. He got
The
Astra.
shotgun is still
The wall's
here.
already
Will
off.
connect.
And the judge.
Jeez.
Nice try.
And a drive-by to
try.
close out the round. Aspas,
Is
because
it too loud? I think it's good. I think it's good.
of that
Very
cosmic
good.
divide, he's able to updraft. Nobody from the side of EG can hear that. He's at the other end. He's so up high. I'm very impressed that Nature got that trade in the first place, but Aspas is getting damaged.
Because you're not looking up there. There's no
you
reason
don't
to be
hear
looking
it.
up there.
You don't
Yeah.
hear it at all.
Remaining.
Very impressed with how Art Scene
By
played
the way,
that
this
as well.
MIBR
He
stat?
didn't
I don't
run
think
through.
so.
He
I
wanted
think
to. He had the
MIBR
judge. He
are
knows
better
he
than
probably
we
could have
think.
ran through that cosmic divide, gotten a timing, but plays the numbers game. 4v2.
That's why I said 2-1
not trying to let
MIBR.
anything slip away.
Actually,
not trying to give EG
even
an
though I
edge.
feel like EG have looked better.
Last
Like,
round
up
of the
until this
half,
point.
Icy has blades and a stinger.
I think it's like kind of similar to NRG.
Not the
Like I
weaponry
felt
you wanna
like
be bringing
they're
into a
actually
round
better
as
than what they
pivotal
showed
as
versus
this.
Cloud9.
Yeah, ideally, you would like to make it an even half. A bait of a TP this time around, but it's full focus towards this B.
Color me shocked.
Oh, interesting
Icy
dash.
dashing forward again. He's got the
Wow,
blades,
nice
and
shot,
He will
seriously.
find a target,
Got traded,
but
but
he's just going to
good
get
kill.
spammed through and nowhere else to go.
Big trade from Supa again. I don't know.
Great trade from Superman onto Cortesia.
And Nature's upgraded a weapon. The stinger now gone.
Bias wall
Sights now
post
set on
plant,
B.
big.
Spike planted.
If they all go through heaven, they can avoid it, but
I mean,
I don't
do
know
they
if
even
there's
give
a gap,
Aspas
but
a
it's still
line?
annoying.
Do they even challenge this?
Oh, and there's two controllers still alive as well. You can really smoke off every angle.
Wow,
He
nice
has
spam.
to
Nice spam for
take some
real.
chip damage to upgrade to a Phantom.
Last round of the
And
half.
That's so funny to say, upgrading to
Looking
a
like a
Phantom when you have
6-6,
the
not gonna
operator.
lie.
Probably more of an appropriate weapon given the situation.
someone
Does not
throws.
have dash anymore, so there is no go button for him. They're going to have to do it the slow and steady way. And again,
Oh,
the spike
Nature
has
got
been
caught.
ticking for a little bit, but that's one kill found. Nature will fall 3v3.
they got Slug for bomb
And again, it all feels a little clumsy, a little bit cluttered.
or no?
Taking a little too long.
Way too
Yeah.
long.
It's done.
No
They're not
time.
even going for it. They're just going for the kills.
No time.
Aspas will pick up Superman, but EG win another post plant outside of that B main. The bread
Scrappy
and butter.
half.
They stuck to it.
W
Was that
stats.
all rounds they won? Or maybe, what, except for one? Was
Maybe
B?
maybe except for one. Hey,
That's a massive kill from Icy. To be able to stunt some of that flood and to do so with the blades. Again, a duelist who people criticized a lot on G2 last year, stepping up in big moments there.
yeah, he's really shined on this EG roster, getting off of that leash.
What about eating?
Getting more confidence in his own gameplay
I had an egg
after that
sandwich with
G2
fruit.
run.
Tasty.
9 and 11 so
Very
far for the
tasty.
duelist. Still a second half to be played. We will see you
We
guys
went to the gym
on
again
the other
off
side of this.
stream.
Do not go
just
anywhere.
'cause we were kind of in a rush and like I don't think we really had it would have just been hard to pull off. But we did go to the gym again. Me, Shroud, and Adam. Good little sesh. We hit some chest and shoulders. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was a vibe. It was a vibe. Dare I say it was a vibe. All right, quick little ad break here while we wait for the second half to start. Unfortunately today, since I'm on this setup where I might have to switch later, we won't be able to play copyright music. So we're just stuck with. Actually, I closed it already. Fuck. We'll just listen to this. Is Zhao strong? He's getting stronger, dude. He's getting stronger. Every time I go with him, he's going higher up in weight. I mean, the first month, I feel like you make good progress. So Will there be more gem streams? I don't know. I mean, I don't even know. I was thinking about leaving tonight and like just getting back. Two shoulders, so not that much more, but it was good though. It was a good workout, if you ask me.
And Aspas and Icy, and I think we touched a little bit on maybe like the secondary fight in this title card, and I want to draw a little bit of attention to it here because of how close the map is. Potter and Fraud have been in the space together since like 2003.
Legends.
I mean, there are players
all the way back to 1.6.
There are players on the stage who were not born. But when these guys were starting to get into the fold of esports and starting their initial clashes, and one of the fun things about these two, and again, their record is that they always seem to match up when the stakes are at their absolute highest. And again, we've got to talk about stakes. Elimination here for one of these two teams with Bangkok in mind. That's the goal here early on, and yeah,
Fraud
maybe
and Potter.
nobody really expects either team to do it, but
that does go back.
What's at stake.
Dude,
so
Fraud was
in
pro
mind,
in Counter-Strike in like 2003 or some shit, I feel like.
No one here for EG flood in, but it looks like all that space was gathered.
Or 2005, I don't know.
To set up a flank.
He's an OG pro.
A little bit of a pincer, but
you guys don't know
how deep Shenum is playing right now.
Yeah.
I'm fully convinced that that's likely what's going to happen.
That's what he just said? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening closely enough.
That's the cue to full focus forward.
That's a really nice paranoia. They got a flood in behind it, though. One kill found, another one traded. Aspas still healthy, and then keep an eye on that flank you were talking about because they've been able to deal with everything that's in front of them. It's now just Icy and Derek, and they should have a good idea of where they are. The question is, are they expecting both?
This is
fucked.
They're sandwiched.
Now.
It's impossible.
His cards beautifully, so patient,
that spawn
so
push.
Diligent.
I always say this, but like still, every time I see a team play post plant aggression,
the double swinging into everybody retaking from CT,
like
and once
if they
that
do
trip
it
breaks
soon
on
enough
the
and
flank,
take space,
that was another
it
cue.
usually
Hey,
is
we
like
have to take the fight to them. We don't want to get
they can't
corralled.
just turtle up unless they're doing full lineups.
Behind.
Like who was it? Lev? The 4-man post plant from Dish on really Fracture,
taking this lead into his own hands. He was sitting kind of quiet at the bottom.
Superman
at
top
the beginning of that last half, and now he's sitting all the way at the top, 16-9. Superman, 15-11 right now for EG. Two players that have really impressed so far
Icy for that. Yeah, but that was a 4v2.
Hasn't really
or 4v3 that he pushed on Eco. On Eco, it's different. On Eco, you don't think you'd have to do that. On Eco, I think you could back up and just fucking play. Especially on Eco, you should back up and play because his range. But on the gun rounds, I think it's good. On Eco, no.
MIBR continue into this. You've got Evil Geniuses rotating over.
Well, definitely not, but I would say not.
But now they're here. They've been able to stall long enough, but Icy was out by himself. There was no real way to help. The rest of them still playing up the smoke. Aspas stashing forward, claiming yet another kill.
2v2.
That's a big one.
They know he's a lurker in Cypher. They have to know he could be on flank, right?
It's just a sheriff.
And an upgrade now. Superman sitting on that Phantom.
Nature even getting a ghost now.
Uh-oh.
I to get ecoed in a spot like this would be difficult to deal with.
They got ecoed.
Gets his one, but cannot
How did they get ecoed?
For EG.
I think the guy who died over here, how did this guy die? With the bomb? Who died over there with the bomb?
He gets the opener right there.
KO, where's KO going? Where is Ardzine going?
Superman, he's hot right now.
Nature was standing on Noswork before killing him.
And that's so
Why
important.
did the KO scale like that alone?
EG get their get back after getting thriftied as well by MIBR.
Big round for
How
them.
Nature end the round with no gun?
Believe it.
Also true. I didn't see it, but...
And now the tables have turned. MIBR are the ones who are just on pistols. And it's Icy who's got the outlaw.
Yeah. Sees the shoulder of Cortesia in mid. Can't quite connect, but the threat is there.
That's big, dude.
That cage doesn't really do anything. Another cycle of a smoke from Superman. But it's very spread right now from the attackers. Trying to secure some of these orbs.
They got 4 sheriffs.
Trying to gain some space, too.
Trying to get any type of...
Didn't EG get ecoed last half as well? I guess it's fair play.
B main should be avoided by MIBR, but false information gained from EG. And if you look, because
5
of
man A.
MIBR dodging that drone.
Oh, it was almost. Oh, they
they're
got
all
saved,
heavy leaning
right?
towards this A site. Numbers will be in their advantage, but still, the weaponry, the utility, not.
The blindfold is still on Evil Geniuses.
I think that
Look
was
at
a
where the
2v4
majority
that
of the
Superman
members
won, if I'm
are.
not mistaken. But
This is going to have to be a huge performance from Ye. Looks like they might just want to get out. Spike could be planted here. Derek looking to get some chip damage from Heaven.
It's going to hurt a little bit. It will slow things down. But it's not going to stop it entirely. Remember here, it's Evil Geniuses who have the better weaponry.
Spike planted.
it's a free plant.
That's why they played out of sight right here. Don't want to get picked. Don't want to give MIBR any type of upgrade. Good flashes.
Nice flash for the
That's
lane.
going to be tough, though. If you try to flood into this and things don't go your way,
Trade.
you're donating weapons. Ye falls.
Ooh.
That's filthy out from Derek.
Flicky.
What the fuck? He's just like me
You
for
hit the hard
real.
one, that's all that matters.
Oh, but
Story
a suck.
of
Wait,
my
it's
life.
not over yet.
No, Shanim's left in a
Wait,
1v2.
1v2.
It did get to half.
Oh,
He's
wow.
got to hit these shots, and he cannot.
Yeah. Superman just way too
No
sharp
round
right now.
is free, man. It's a dog fight
A
in
good
the server.
retake. It was costly, but
My God.
EG,
The duality
they
of
don't
man,
get thrifty
yeah.
here.
It really do be
No
that
back
way.
to back. Derek, the duality of man, huh?
What the fuck
Derek
is
gets a
happening?
Snappy little flick, can't connect on someone crouched right in front of him, but it won't matter. And Doug, we were talking so much about the head-to-head of Aspas, Ye, maybe Aspas, Icy, just because of the roles in the previous history. But it's Aspas and Superman who are going toe-to-toe right now, so close in score.
Icy with an op here.
4-1. They have full Vice set up
Looks
on
like
B.
he's going to be playing towards A, but the majority of the threat is B.
Let's see how Aspas does this.
Now Aspas has blades.
Superman. He's got that Vandal. He's got that Paranoia. He's anchoring backside B. Dagger will.
He's
connect
turned off
onto him.
Superman.
Nature's close by too.
Nature's still
And he was not tagged by the
not
knife.
tagged, yeah.
Superman feeling all sorts of pressure.
Shotgun.
Aspas tries to find
Good
a little bit of
flash,
tapping,
good
a little bit of
flash.
space, but the flash
That
is
flash.
perfect.
From Nature.
The hit is done. The hit is
Now
stopped.
with knives
Now just don't
blunted,
peek and give him
Where
one.
do they go?
Just play your jiggles, play your
That's your star
crossfires.
player down as well.
I would have liked the smoke to be
Maybe one
closer,
of the
but it's
rookies can
probably
bring
fine.
it back. But yeah, he's gathered all this space deep A main. Icy.
Oh, lurker
Doesn't
spotted
connect
from
onto this
Icy.
shot, but if he starts getting warmed up with it, once his presence is known on that operator, we've seen him have crucial impact for this defensive side of EG. And it's a heavy lean towards B. No reason to go anywhere else. You have full control of mid.
And they main.
Ye has the deep line at A. He can even fall back, delay even further.
No, you're absolutely right. This freeze doesn't do a ton here because of what you were saying, because of the space that EG have elsewhere. And now they're going to be able to fully commit onto this with 30 seconds left.
Wow.
Options are running
Wow,
real
Derek.
slim. Derek with 3
Derek
on the
is
round.
looking snappy right
And now
now.
it's for, again, impossible situation.
That rehit was not good.
Derek getting
That rehit
four.
felt very forced. They
Looking
needed to go
crispy
back.
with the Phantom.
Like, I know I see the
Calm,
map, but
cool, and collected. Those shots were easy for him.
they just
another
have
day in
no
the
info
lab.
on the map. They're just gambling on them
But
rotating.
once
Like,
Aspas gets taken out there, it just looked like MIBR were
That
kind
was
of
not a
lost
good
on what they should
mid-round.
do.
Well, I mean, it's hard to, right? Like, what's your second step, right? When your jet is gone, how
I think
else
they
do
have
you
to go
find
back and
ways to
re-clear and leave
create
alert.
space?
And
I
that
think they
might be
have
the
to go back.
problem as well with being
I
a
think,
new
like,
team. You don't really have that.
there's
deep
no
of a
world
playbook.
where they rehit
You
here
can't fall back on maybe going all the way back to A, pushing Ye off of that line.
unless there's an
reclearing some of that
insane
space. You kinda
anti-shot
get
or
scared.
something.
You
I don't
don't
fucking
have the
know. I
experience
think
yet.
9 out of 10 times they have to go back and just leave one guy after they lost the hit. Because they have no map control, like
EG.
anywhere. They have nothing.
Tons of experience on that side.
Pause.
Nature.
When am I going to invite people for the
Icy
watch
in Superman's
parties?
second year in the league.
I would like to soon,
Derek.
yeah.
I mean, he's
I
been
just need
around
to
for forever.
find.
Yay.
I just need to. Oh, thank you for the
Think about
25.
his resurgence.
Holy
Think
fuck.
about all the
shout out
trials and
Sandy in the chat.
tribulations
Pog in
he
the
had to
chat.
go
Thank you,
through to
Sandy.
get back
Very
to
generous.
NA,
I
to try to
appreciate you.
reclaim the throne.
Nothing but Sandy. Much
Which
love
I
to
think
you.
is
yeah,
yet
I would like to.
be
Yeah, I feel like it
decided
is
on
fun.
whether or not he can, to be honest.
I just need
think,
to.
Again,
I
the
just need to, for
structure
one,
isn't
do it,
really
and for
built
two,
for the CG squad for that to be what happens, but
just figure out which guests would be good for what games or whatever.
Ye is performing the way he was in his glory days, so
I
to
feel
speak.
like the
and
thing
the
is,
peak
like,
chambermen
dude, I
and
could
stuff
bring
like that
anyone
would
and it'll be a
disingenuous.
vibe. I think
Only
I'm
time will tell,
overthinking it.
and
That's
who
honestly my
knows?
life problem, really.
Maybe on
I feel like
future
no matter
maps
who
we'll
I
see
bring,
more
it'll be
Chamber.
fun.
We saw Leaf have such a crazy performance on it.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about this EG roster that Potter is working with. So much
It is
flexibility
more
in
fun
what
watching together.
the players can do.
It's also fun to watch alone too, but I think both is good. I just need to switch it up a lot.
After a timeout, Looks like
It doesn't
we're
even
gonna
have to
see
be like a pro.
Icy getting a
Although
little
pros are
funky
fun to
here in this
overrun.
A main with that operator. Jet smoke.
I like
to
how I'm
dodge,
talking
a
myself
potential
through it,
dart.
like the steps.
Oh, 2 targets found. Has to try to get up. Has to try to get away.
What was our escape plan there?
And he can't, but he claimed one with him, and that was the initiator.
The dash. Oh.
Meanwhile, Derek teeing them up,
that was
trying to
close,
land the
I'm not
last
gonna
one at Aspas, and he cannot.
Yeah, but Superman, he took out
Not
the
everyone
lurk.
is a vibe. Keep thinking it.
Cortesia in mid, so again,
Not everyone's a
EG
vibe?
had a huge advantage.
I think everyone's a
Full
vibe
map
if they're with
control
me.
their way. MIBR gonna have to contact up somewhere, hope to win a 50-50.
I think I can make anyone a vibe, you know?
But both controllers still alive on the side of EG, so that one way, you see the hesitation in MIBR.
Icy
They're
messed up his
scared to
dash
move
direction.
forward.
Oh, 1000%. Much easier contemplation.
He had to forward dash
here.
into the wall.
Yay.
Yeah, but it was hard.
What an off angle onto Aspas.
2-2.
Full rifles here for EG. Very likely that they get up to 10 and start to build on this gap
It
between
was
these two
4-3.
teams.
Where the fuck am I?
That door not being broken either. Even if sound is made, there's protocol set in place for EG to
I can't
deal
add
with this.
Shroud because
When you're bucking.
he's already got shit
Derek's-
planned right now.
Yes, but Derek's in a weird spot here. He's got no
Can you
real
not
way
have
out.
backdashed and updrafted?
He's got to be careful. You've got Ye close by. He'll take care of the first, and now that pressure's alleviated. Ye gets the third.
It's
on the
hard. He was
round.
getting
EG
shot
gets
at,
to
dude.
10, and now full steam
He's
ahead.
getting shot at.
The money's in a really good spot here. Ye just got his op pack. EG are very well poised to take this map away.
Yeah, and speak of the devil,
Have they gone
Ye
on
stepping
site
up
at
huge
all?
in this moment.
Now that you
was
say
a
it?
monstrous flick from Icy.
They have, yeah.
I mean, you see so many
they had
targets in
eco that
front of
only
you. It
got
could
on
be very
site.
easy to fumble that bag. There's that lurk kill.
Have they
And Ye
planted the
just
bomb
closing out the
MIBR?
round, getting things
Has
going for
MIBR
himself.
planted the
He's
bomb this
playing
half?
the role very well. Yeah, he got caught off a lot on that attacking side, but
They did
sometimes
once.
it's just unlucky.
It was a
You get
1v2.
timing
Once, I
going into
think.
that astral form,
That's what I remember.
not letting it get to him.
No, he has done what his team has asked him to do, and quite
Or it
well.
was twice because it happened on pistol as well.
MIBR still able to hobble a bye together, but again, if this doesn't go their way,
Wow.
they will be devastated financially, and that's not the start they were looking for.
Another first blood for EG.
These early round aggressions have been like so good for them right now.
And this time, no smokes to play for MIBR, so if you do decide to go for a side
They're
execute,
re-clearing A main. I like it.
Aspas is going to be left his devices.
This is good from MIBR.
So many angles he's going to have to worry about. Derek
He's getting gunned down. They shouldn't
showing
chase
a little
it.
bit of shoulder.
I don't think they should, but
See if he can get any cheeky chip damage in here with these Sova shock darts.
now
We've seen this
I think the
look from
play is to
MIBR
go
a
for an
couple
A
times.
split
It's either
through
1-3 or
mid.
1-4, but you regularly have the Sentinel on this late lurk.
Or we fake
And that seems to
A
be the
and go
playbook now for
B
them
and
as well.
Cypher lurks through mid
But
to
look
B.
at how deep EG are holding back from it.
Or we fake A and go B.
Cortesia
But
has
actually,
to
they're
walk
just
into these lines.
hitting
They're
A.
not giving him a direct duel.
I don't know.
And
I
I
don't
might
love
not
it,
expect
but
them to
whatever,
be
fuck it.
this deep.
Yeah,
His
I
lurk
think they
is
also know that
not
that's a
that
weak
sick
spot
because they're
for
just
them, that
aware
they
of
have
it.
not considered what could
It's
be
just
there.
too obvious.
Or they haven't
Because
checked
they know
it.
the
They're
gap is
considering
there.
it by where they're positioned now.
I think it's bad mid
The
round.
setup is sick. The pack is going to have to explode out of this A main to draw attention for Cortesia to get anything going, and that is exactly the
That's a
case.
big kill.
Super was the
That's a
one
big
to hold
kill.
that cross and he falls.
Now
There's
they got
gonna
all
be a
the
later
kills.
look
Hey,
now, 13
hey,
seconds
listen,
left,
bro.
and they've gotten
If you do the
sight.
dumbest fucking shot in the world, then
They
you
were
still
able
get
to
all
pick
the
them
kills. I'm not
apart
saying that was the dumbest shot in the world, but if you get the kills,
systematically,
nothing fucking
now
matters.
they have the
At the end of the
advantage.
day, if you get the kills and
They
you
have
do it
plenty of money,
together,
so
anything could
yeah,
work.
I mean, I guess
I do
you
stand
go
by
for
that
it. Why
shit.
not? A
We don't
truck
have to
gonna
have
keep
the
nature
perfect
bay for
idea.
now.
We just have to have a
Clear it
together
out.
idea. Together is probably not the best word to use there, and that's okay.
I think right now for EG, I think you save this operator no matter what.
Aspects
on
fell off the
I
map!
think nature,
Clip
you
it!
try to go for broke. Try to get as many orbs as possible. You only have a Phantom. You're sitting at 6.1K to your name. I mean, start getting some kills here. Get confidence. Why not? But that was a beautiful comeback
I'm
into a
doing too
round from
much?
MIBR,
Am I?
Doug. You're 100%
Bro, I'm talking to
correct.
myself. I have to talk
And
about
I'm
something. What do you want from
surprised
me?
right now that MIBR are hunting because their economy isn't good enough to be doing something like this. They're really fishing for that operator. Or maybe they're just so worried about what could be behind them. And the distraction in a
I'm
main
literally
from
watching the
pack
game and
of
talking about the-
MIBR, it was enough for Cortesia to find that lurk timing opening.
Oh!
A little awkward. Didn't quite catch that one. But yeah, Cortesia finding that timing on a Supa and then Ye. Slipping right on through the defense.
Zé caralho.
And Doug, you have to remember, there was a two-man swing play off of if that lurk from Cortesia
Tech
happened
pause.
too soon.
I'm watching you, Brazil. I'm watching
Well, I
you,
heard
bro.
you guys yell no. You guys don't
I'm
like
watching
tech
you, bro.
pauses?
Interesting tech pause.
I do think we are going to play a little game with you guys as we get through this tech pause. And so in case we're trying this. This is very new, so if you guys don't know how this works, just roll with me for a second here. We're going to flash bundles on the screen, and I want you guys to pick which one you prefer. Cheer, go nuts, do whatever you're going to do. But
I'll try.
While we get that up and while we get through this tech pause, I do think there's a lot to be said about how EG have been carefully working their way through this. Yes, MIBR have started to kind of claw their way back into this, but this was off the back of 4 rounds from EG.
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, they look great. They keep getting the first blood, and I think amongst this tech pause, it's going to be something that's talked about from the side of MIBR. How do we stop getting picked first? Because you can't always fall back on that beautiful round that we just witnessed.
Oh, this?
EG are going to be smarter to that this time around.
Oh, you gotta pick one.
Which one? Pick
you gotta pick one.
Point. Oh!
Wait, what? Me?
Honestly,
Chash is pointing at you.
Fire. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They are pretty gas.
MIBR.
Wow. A lot of Ospas fans here, huh? Oh! What? Why are we just getting played with like this?
I didn't think you guys would be playing with people's emotions like this. We've given you guys too much power.
The back and forth. I mean, that's how this game has gone so far. It has been quite a bit of back
it's
and
mirrors,
forth.
so they
like
change.
We're running
I thought
away
they were
with it.
faking us out.
Comeback
but yeah, you're probably
in that
right.
round for MIBR, that could
probably
be a big
mirrored.
swing round
they don't
for
realize.
them to gain back confidence, stop getting first blooded, and do some side executes of their own here.
A lean towards B from MIBR.
Is that what they do in China?
But it's just an early knife, and as soon as that knife was thrown,
Pacific?
instantly went to make pressure mid.
They're just still so worried. The power of the double controller on this map is putting doubt in the minds of the attacking side. But with that one smoke denying a crucial
3 guys going through mid doors with the
get
smoke. It's an A split
They can't
fast.
see that. They're going to be splitting into A, and they have no idea yet.
Needs to hit the one. Yay on his own.
He's surrounded. And
No
gonna
cigars, no cigarettes, no cigars,
he
nothing.
Can't stand either.
Derek, 3v5, needs to make a play.
At the hands of Aspas.
Considering his options,
that's off of
waiting
a smoke
for his
that we
team.
haven't really seen mid.
Ooh, how's this angle looking?
That's one way to not get picked off. You have your KO being the forefront, so even if there's an operator from Icy or a
this is
cheeky little
impossible
off
to retake.
angle,
They have a trip in heaven. They have a guy in
you're able to
broken.
pick them back up after you get that trade.
They're just going for exits. I think that's
a great call
not
after
bad.
the tech pause and a great change of pace for MIBR.
Yeah.
They kept getting first blooded on the slow defaults.
Someone just fall off the map, or am I tripping?
Getting full aggro.
I'm tripping.
Full side exec onto A with that split.
Hello.
Derek
Thank you.
will take out one, but
yeah, there's no time left in this round. I think one big thing that you were mentioning is on the other side of this timeout,
again. This is like the 5th 9-10 we've seen the last 2 days.
What the call was, right? And how things
Games
are
have been
influenced
close,
like that.
dude.
And again, my eyes go back towards the IGLs. We're nearing the end of this map. That's
I mean, I
really
will say it's been a treat lately.
yeah,
like
good damage done.
There
for
hasn't been
EG.
stomps.
Something I thought they should have done in the previous round.
There
but
has
it's
not
never
been
too late.
stomps. Like in these recent games.
Yeah, MIBR.
There was earlier in the season, but I guess those teams are out now.
Away at the economy.
But everyone's looking competitive
but
now.
They're still sitting healthy on this next round. That was an awesome split from MIBR. Great call. And now it's something that
Led G2.
EG have to worry about. This is why you see Potter taking a timeout.
I mean, the score was close.
She understands that there has been a change of tempo.
I wouldn't say it was a
MIBR's
stomp.
attacking side. How
I
are
don't
you
think it
going to
was
deal
a
with
stomp.
that?
It wasn't like 13-5, 13-5.
To be a little bit more dialed and maybe a little bit quicker on.
I would say G2 was definitely in the
reclearing
driving
that
seat
mid-information
throughout.
once it's gathered.
It wasn't a
once
stomp.
it's denied, actually, I should say, from MIBR. That one smoke that we saw deep mid. Superman
It was 13-5,
and Derek
13-9?
stuck
Was it?
behind it.
First
not
map was
ready to
13-5?
rotate in time to help out the A anchors. Now you got to be worried. Okay, is there going to be a fast B execute coming through from the side of MIBR?
Listen, bro.
Or do they re-hit mid, right? Do they continue to hit that split?
Didn't feel like a stomp. But
It's
maybe
tough
it
to tell.
was.
Again, EG just trying to
Leave me
hang on
alone.
to this one-round lead on a map that MIBR picked. a map
PRX lost
that
13-1 to
EG
DFM.
also
Yeah, I
has
didn't see
shown
that, but I saw
proficiency
the
on.
score.
Yeah. A map that MIBR are fantastic on the attacking side.
MIBR is the
Ospas,
current
the
back-to-back
back-to-back
America's
America's
MVP. Damn.
As we go into this next round, It is going to be a heavy A and mid approach once again from MIBR. 3 members here this time for EG.
Thank
they
you,
don't want
mods.
MIBR to have any of this A main control. That knife can't quite connect. The back-to-back
I did surround. Did I actually? I don't
There's
know,
a
man.
lot
I'm
more
all over the
space that
place.
EG have
Hey,
taken
split
towards
again.
mid, so this is a perfect adaptation to that. Remember how they were crunched? This time they take the fight to A main, but Jinom's trying to keep them back. Yeah, the spike's on the ground, but he's got to realize there's a lot more
that's a
threat
big shot to
behind that
miss.
smoke.
No,
a fight
I
on
see.
multiple fronts, and it's gone the way of
It's kind of
MIBR once
crumbling a
more.
little bit.
All up to Ye in this big moment.
He's got to connect on this, but
Bomb
again,
is in the
Nature
smoke on
pinching
the side
in
of
now
it.
with 2v3. They haven't been able to find
Oh
their way
my
out.
God,
Yeah,
what's
they're in numbers
happening in
deficit, but the
there?
clip runs dry at the worst possible time.
He's going to get spammed behind this box. 26 HP.
There's nowhere to go.
Player standing.
It's not looking good.
Nowhere
It's
to
starting to
go.
crumble a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my
Damn.
gosh, I like the proactivity from EG,
Nice try.
trying to isolate the A main fight. Nature even meeting up with Ye, kind of bailing him out in that moment when
I
he
think
ran
they
out
got.
of ammo. But
Yeah, I don't know. I think they just crumbled a little bit
the
this
pace
round.
and the pressure that Aspas and the rest of MIBR are putting on
probably true,
EG on
what he
these
said,
A
the
splits.
pace and the pressure.
It's too much to handle. Ye, he missed a crucial shot on the players that were flanking. And that made the numbers game in advantage of MIBR.
Let's fly.
Economy.
They have another buy.
Finally.
But momentum
worse
is
for
big
wear
for MIBR
EG,
right now.
And MIBR have a chance to amass a lead, get on match point.
No mid smoke out from the attack. You don't want to be hitting the split here. They're just going to try to fight towards
This feels
A.
forced.
And
This feels
Aspas
so
again
forced.
With Shinom. Just devouring evil
shit.
geniuses.
They tried going
Nature
back
hurt
at them,
mid as
but
well. It's a dismantling of the defense
don't
right now
know.
for MIBR. Fighting
Feels
fire with
so
fire is not
forced.
going in favor of EG. And it might be too late to fall back on something safer.
MIBR flirting with 11. EG's buy's not going to be great.
they definitely heard the
And
jet
so
smoke as
far in
well.
Thrifty, we're
Yeah,
looking
the
at
jet smoke is for the
MIBR
silver
likely
dart,
on
I'm
that
guessing,
point.
right?
Exactly.
Is this the purpose of it?
It's going to be so difficult right
But I
now.
feel
for
like it's
EG.
making
gonna
so
be an
much
uphill
noise, the
battle. They
jump
have
and the
thriftied
smoke.
once before in this half, though. A little bit of a hunt going on, but slipping right past by the remaining 2 members of
It's to
EG.
silent the jump?
And
I don't think so, man.
It's so difficult right now if
'Cause
your nature being the IGL.
If I hear a jet smoke,
Careful
I'm
again. The weapons are everything.
very aware of someone being here.
And so it seems like
I think G2 were doing it
Mutz
really
can do
good.
something about it. The smoke
I don't
in
know
their
how
face,
they were
that's one
doing
rifle
it.
down.
Oh, this is bad that they lost those guns.
only
but
gonna carry
they can't
one
even
into the
buy
next.
again.
That's
They can have
brutal
3
for the
rifles if
IGL
they're
of
forced.
EG.
Is there a
Duggan, you
pause
wanna
for
know
EG?
why
They
stuff
might want
like that
to.
happens. I mean,
They might want to
9
pause.
times out of 10, he probably gets that kill in any other situation. But the fact that he has been iced this entire half, MIBR have not ran into Nature whatsoever. Nature
They
has
just
been playing
paused?
Retake Simulator for the last 4 rounds. He's not
shit, what the
dialed in
fuck?
order to hit that shot. Keep that gun into the
Am I
following
watching the game
round.
here?
And look at the
Oh my
implications
God,
of that. It is going to have to be a force-up buy. Icy, light armor, and knives. Less than ideal.
And they're taking the fight mid.
Yeah, you can't shoot those knives on that rope.
Nice shot.
Oh, what a shot!
What a connection.
Hangs onto the rope for dear life, stays alive.
Yeah, as well.
Yay with another as well.
Amen.
Full numbers advantage. The way of EG. They cannot let this one slip away.
MIBR still in a position where they can try to fight this out. Still plenty of time, still plenty of money.
Thought he fell off. I thought he was close to as well.
And with both initiators down, EG right now have to set up these
Recontacting
crossfire
mid,
plays like they're
Aspas.
doing. Play full
Is he gonna
retake
jump on
a
the box
site.
and spot him? I wonder. No, Icy's hiding though.
A bookshelf keeping these 2 apart.
If
But
Icy
it's a triple
peeks,
contact play right here with that one way going up as well. It's a
if
pickup
Icy
stun.
peeks, nope.
No noise made.
They're gonna crunch him at any
He's getting
moment
out.
here.
He's good. Well played by Aspas to get
No
out.
peek, and so
They have
Aspas
B
is
as
gonna
well.
get away.
And look at
Meanwhile-
Astra.
Spike going into B.
Spike. Look at the ults right now from the side of EG that they have. Perfect for the retake.
I think Astra gets cleared here, no?
Should they choose to invest them?
They have to invest them. This is such an important round win.
Shinum is really
Bait
close
setup?
by. You can't get a pick without it,
Didn't
and
clear
that's
it.
ideal, but Nature just
Bait
walks
setup
in,
works.
and this is now getting
Bait
out of
setup works
hand.
so well.
The ult's now
The
gone.
bait setup works too well. Oh my god,
Lives now
3v5.
gone. And round
Didn't kill the corner, no joke.
likely lost.
Aspas
And
just toying
Abyss
with him.
just slipping right through the fingers unless Icy can be the hero for EG.
Shit. Not a good look.
But he can't do it all, and what a blunder. I understand you want to hold on to those ultimates. Maybe go for the map win, but Sometimes you just have to secure it out, not checking corners in the heat of the moment. Icy and Ye did everything they could to put EG in such a good advantage into this round. The spacing not quite there. That Vice ultimate could be used very early on to make sure there's no guns used. How did they let that one slip away, Doug?
That's one you don't forget. No time to think about it, though. Right into the next we go.
Another scrappy buy.
EG looking to hang on to this map as best as they can.
And by
You're
BR
right,
are
the
starting
buy's
to
not
look like a
great.
fucking contender, no? A little bit, right?
Deep smoke in.
Don't
Our
sleep on
team
these
first.
guys.
And they're walking up. This is something that you have to do against all this Vice utility. That dagger lands
No?
on both players at B.
Mid
That
versus
should be the
mid?
cue, because now
I
all
don't
the
know.
Vice utility is gone.
A great pick on the flank, though. So now EG,
They're down on
they
the
don't
level
have
of the
to worry
top
about that
three.
for the rest of the half, rest of the round.
Remember the ults. Nature has his, instantly used.
But
Gonna
I think
try to survive
Plat-
here.
Wow, what a
My
fucking shot.
goodness.
Oh my god, that was close as fuck.
Yeah, he hasn't missed a step. 4v4, the Cosmic Divide keeping them apart. Spike just barely on the other side. No flank can have to consider as
That
Nature
was so
will fall.
clean.
3 rifles
got
still in
another
play for
one.
the defense, but they're
He's
dropping
behind
like
you.
flies. Nowhere to go.
He got
Nothing
another
is safe.
one.
Again, Ye caught out with utility. Superman's gonna have to be a hero again. Try to pull this one back on his own, but he's not being afforded an opportunity. He's not being given a fight. The tap of the spike
Wow, what a fucking
walks
game,
right
man.
into his death.
It's a bad loss for EG, truthfully. That's one of the, I think that was EG's map pick. It's one of their good maps.
Artscene had no
They were in
right
the driving seat
to
so
do
hard
what he
as well.
just did to EG.
They were up like 10-7, I want to say.
Absolute disrespect.
Might be
What a
wrong, but
bad
it felt
man.
like they were up a lot on that
Jumps
defense.
through the Astra wall, gets a one-pump shorty
And then
kill.
they lost the round? I don't know.
Finds the timing on Deye. He did so much work on that B post plant. And for EG and
Damn.
Potter, you gotta recollect yourself if you want any chance of bringing this series back.
Yeah, this one's tough
That's a
because
tough one, yeah.
They had, if they